Broken record. Janelle got sick of Cody asking her for loyalty. Her life detox and new business amid Coyote Pass war show, she really wants closure. Janelle Brown from Sister Wives is focused on detoxing after the end of her unhealthy marriage with Cody Brown and simply wants to move on to better things. She married polygamous patriarch Cody in 1993, entering his household through spiritual marriage. Over the years, Janelle had 6 children with Cody. Logan Taylor in 1994, Madison Rose in 1995, Hunter Elias in 1997, Robert Garrison in 1998, Gabriel in 2001, and Savannah in 2004. Janelle made many sacrifices for her family and proved herself to be Cody's most supportive wife. Unfortunately, Janelle never received the love and support she deserved from Cody. Despite her efforts to nurture their marriage, she didn't receive the same in return from her husband. Ultimately, Janelle became frustrated with Cody's constant disrespect and cold behavior. She decided to end their spiritual marriage and start afresh, following the example set by one of her sister wives, Cristin Brown. Janelle parted ways with Cody in 2022 and moved from Flagstaff, Arizona, to North Carolina, closer to her daughter, Madison Brush. Since then, she has been on a journey to rid herself of negativity. Janelle and Cody's journey was filled with chaos and drama. Towards the end of their relationship, as portrayed in Sister Wives, Cody becomes overly fixated on Janelle's loyalty. Worried about the future of his polygamous family after Cristin left, Cody urged Janelle to show her loyalty to him, hoping she wouldn't leave him like his other wife had. However, Janelle appeared annoyed with Cody as he had become too focused on her loyalty without doing anything to deserve it. Janelle was justified in feeling shocked by Cody's demand for loyalty. She couldn't believe he was comparing her to Robin and insisting that she be submissive without being a husband worthy of her loyalty. Cody's expectations of Janelle's loyalty were unrealistic and unwarranted. He rarely made an effort to change himself, yet expected to be treated like the head of the household. Janelle, who faced many challenges, including financial struggles, needed Cody's support for years. She never received the help she deserved, which ultimately led to her decision to move on and start a new life. The patriarch of the Brown family was so focused on himself that he never considered his wife's feelings. Obsessed with his faith and the idea of living the polygamous dream as the head of his family, Cody failed to understand how his other wives felt because of his infatuation with Robin. He showed disrespect towards them in front of the cameras by mocking Cristin's physical appearance and questioning Janelle's loyalty. Cody was slow to evolve and only began to realize his mistakes after his ex-wives left him. Janelle made the right decision by leaving Cody. If she had stayed in the relationship, she would still be dealing with the same issues. However, Janelle took a chance on herself and started over in her mid-50s. Over the months, Janelle has achieved several of her goals. She has improved her financial situation by launching 2 businesses and has lost a significant amount of weight through her dedication. Janelle now comes across as the most inspiring of all the sister wife. She transformed from being financially and emotionally depleted to a happy and healthy single mother. Cody did everything he could to try to bring Janelle closer to him. In addition to not supporting her, he also prolonged the sale of Coyote Pass, allowing him to interact with Janelle more often than she wanted. Fortunately, Janelle didn't fall for Cody's manipulation and didn't give in to greed. She made the right move by distancing herself from her ex-husband. Today, Janelle is living her best life in North Carolina, having moved all her belongings from Flagstaff and cutting ties with the city. Recent rumors suggest that Janelle may receive 25% of the Coyote Pass property, something she truly deserves. Hopefully, the Sister Wives cast member will continue to progress in her life as she has in recent months. For years, Janelle Brown played second fiddle in a relationship that demanded loyalty but gave very little in return. To the outside world, her stoic demeanor masked the emotional tug-of-war she lived with every day. But inside, it was like a broken record playing over and over again, Cody Brown demanding loyalty, obedience, unity, and her just trying to survive the noise. Now with her feet planted firmly outside of Cody's emotional echo chamber, Janelle is finally ready to rewrite the song of her life, and it sounds nothing like the one he kept playing. It started like many of their arguments did, over something small, something that didn't matter. A family gathering, a text not sent, a perceived slight. Cody raised his voice, accusing Janelle of not being loyal enough, not supporting him like a real wife should. She'd heard those words before, so many times they had lost meaning. This time, though, something shifted. Instead of retreating or rationalizing, Janelle simply looked at him and said, "I'm done spinning in circles for someone who only shows up to demand." Silence. Not the kind that comes from peace, but the kind that comes from finality. And that's when Janelle knew it was time for a full detox. Not just from Cody's expectations, but from the entire chaotic system she'd been part of for decades. As the dust settled from the emotional blowout, Janelle didn't waste time. She began purging her life, spiritually, physically, emotionally. Her first step, decluttering her space. No more storage bins full of shared memories that felt like someone else's life. No more family photos where smiles were forced and unity was staged. In their place came fresh energy, crystals, journals, sage. Her home became a sanctuary. The chaos of Coyote Pass could rage in the distance, but inside, she was rebuilding herself. But she didn't stop there. Janelle launched her new business venture, an empowerment and wellness coaching brand aimed at helping women reclaim their voices, particularly those in toxic or controlling relationships. The name, Rooted and Rising, a nod to her desire to plant new roots while continuing to rise above her past. From guided journaling courses to online workshops about boundary setting, her business exploded with support. Women who had silently watched her journey on Sister Wives saw her not just as a cast member, but as a warrior in plain sight. They bought her herbal teas, downloaded her detox guides, and signed up for her newsletters that read like letters from a big sister who had been there. One newsletter read, "Healing doesn't always mean you get an apology. Sometimes closure is choosing to stop giving someone front row access to your pain." It was clear Janelle wasn't just talking to her audience. She was talking to herself, and maybe even to Cody. Meanwhile, Coyote Pass had become a battlefield. What once was a hopeful vision of unity and shared land had turned into a messy metaphor for everything wrong with their family. Cody wanted control, wanted loyalty in the form of square footage and building permits. Janelle, she just wanted peace. She wasn't interested in going to war over dirt. Not anymore. During a family meeting, when Cody once again floated the idea of loyalty pacts and shared decision-making, Janelle kept her response sharp but calm. "I'm not here to wage war over land when we haven't even found peace in our own relationships," she said. "I spent enough years fighting for something that never fought for me." Robin looked wounded. Mary looked exhausted. But Cristin, tuned in via video call, smiled quietly. She understood. Janelle's words echoed her own escape. These women had been burned by the same fire, and now they were learning how to rise from the ashes in different ways. In her new life, Janelle embraced solitude not as loneliness, but as freedom. She started hiking again, real hikes, the kind that left her breathless and strong, the kind where she didn't have to ask permission or wait for someone to catch up. She took solo road trips, posted pictures with captions like "Just me, my playlist, and the open road." Healing 1 mile at a time.